ABZU.
The spiritual successor to Journey, right?
Yeah. That's this one time you're.
Now
It's
you're
funny
in
because
water.
you're underwater, but it almost feels like space, which is a funny point because we know more.
Shark.
The
Shark.
sharks growl. That's the
Yes.
selling point. Like a shark swims up to you and you hear that son of a bitch go "Arr," like a fucking lion. I'm sold.
Well, funny enough, I love sharks, so that did something. Better when you're swimming. Well, the one thing I like about it is just the fact that it's underwater, and like I said, also the contrast that it seems like it's space in certain things, because a lot of people like to make comparisons to. They say we know more about space than we do about our own oceans and our own depths. So when they were showing a lot of that stuff, it looked very different and good. I can't even. I'm at a loss for words. Not because it's that good, just for some reason I'm at a loss for words. Sharks. Sharks is the word I'm using. Just sharks.
With freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
And whales. Fucking huge whales as well.
But this traverse just throughout the ocean. I've kind of wanted a game where you can kind of just traverse throughout the ocean, something like that.
I mean, you know it's going to be, like, breathtaking, seeing how Europe was.
Also, this is another one thrown, I guess, primarily in Nate's direction, but I think all of us are going to unanimously agree on this. No Man's Sky. Holy shit.
Yeah.
There's no way any of us are saying meh. I don't. It's not happening.
Like, I was already hyped for it before E3, but, like, this is kind of, like, outside, like, really has nothing to do with No Man's Sky for a moment here. But they have set the bar for my expectations for Star Citizen now. Because they have shown that a small development team that they have, that you can go from land into your ship, out to space, to another fucking planet, and back on land.
I don't think it's going to be that fluid on Star Citizen, to be honest.
And even
No.
They said it before, and then it was the video footage they showed, like after he did his like little speech, that it's not only just the land and space and shit like that. You can also go in to the water as well and explore down there, and it's all procedural. And everybody starts off on their own planet. So I mean, just that in itself, like say day one, 500,000 people buy it. Yeah. And they go to one other planet. Right there, there's a million planets already existing in that world. Yeah. So.
And what's cool too is when you see certain things, is like your character's constantly scanning, and it seems like it's an automatic feature, which is cool too. And whenever you discover something, it'll say, "Hey, this species or this thing was discovered by so and so." So if somebody else comes to this planet and sees it, you're like, "Oh, all right, this person's already discovered it."
Like the perfect explorer game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then you still have space combat, which was very smooth and very well shown off. And like you even went as far as, like Nate said, chasing them from space into the atmosphere of the planet to shoot them down, and then just right back out again. I was definitely blown away, especially because it's a small development team. The aesthetics, the graphics, and I'm not even really a huge graphics person. It's just, whoa.
Not only is it a small development team, but a couple of months ago, their original offices got flooded.
Yeah, they just lost everything. Almost everything.
90% of their shit, and they had like a few computers that still had the game on there, and they're still able to come to E3 and show off that.
I hate to use
that
this.
Is huge.
I hate to use this term, but it's a real Cinderella story for them to just come back like that.
Yeah,
and I'm very happy for them, and I'm definitely impressed with what they had to show. And you're right, it definitely does set the bar from what we can expect from games, especially when they're always bitching about like money and other stuff like that. It's like, well, we understand it's an industry. You're going to need funds to be able to do stuff like that, and you might be afraid to take chances. But look what these people have done, especially when they've lost just about everything. They didn't stop. They went to E3. They showed this off, and it's definitely in like my most wanted list. I would probably even just about put it over Dragon Age Inquisition.
It's a day one for me, guaranteed.
Yeah, I like. I like, and the game is probably like it's not gonna be that expensive either. Like that's the thing for a great game like that. You're like, it's gonna be so worth it.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you got fucking Star Citizen. I mean, even if they don't have that available day one, there's $45 million fucking dollars behind that game.
Yeah.
And you got the small developer doing this stuff. Like, just imagine, like, you know,
if they had the same kind of
No Man's
budget.
Sky with the Crisis engine, like, god.
Well, the problem is often with when you have more money, you like overextend.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna point out Rome Total War 2 is the perfect example of the first game when like we have the biggest budget ever. Like let's make the worst like Total War game ever. Woohoo!
Well, let's just hope Star Citizen doesn't come to that, because I know we're all excited to play that as well. I mean, we've already done our podcast.
Well, that Arena Commander is pretty legit.
I've still yet to
great.
play because of server errors, which is already like unfortunate from the beginning. It's not even out yet. Already problems.
Yeah, I just love that.
Which doesn't say anything for the future of the game, but
the fact that I could actually kill 2 like Vandal swarms with my like 315p origin was like, damn, I'm not that bad at the game at least.
yeah, we definitely need to hone in our skills early, so we can wreck face when it's time to roll out. Mortal Kombat 10 or X.
X.
Yeah, it looks like a Mortal Kombat game. I don't know what.
Rasmus is like, the fuck you want me to say, dude? It's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with it thus far. I'm glad to see new characters.
Yeah, the Wasp Lady.
They're expanding on the X-ray moves, which some people didn't like the X-rays from Mortal Kombat, which
I mean,
a lot of people call Mortal Kombat 9, but it was just Mortal Kombat.
The thing I'm like, I think it's cool, but when you have seen it 15 times, when like the heart is dangling, you're like, I don't know, like, this is starting to get a little bit.
I want to know what the story's about, because yes, Mortal Kombat does have a story.
Yeah.
And they have established that, at least. They rebooted it, and I mean, with so many characters, well, screw it. Spoiler alert. The fact that most of the characters actually died at the end of MK9, it's interesting to see what they're going to do with X. Because, well, that's probably why they introduced a lot of newer characters, but I think they're still going to bring back other characters, and the question is, how are they going to do it? They can't do time
Scorpion's
travel
never going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Boone ain't going to let that happen.
Yeah, I mean, the returning mechanics, newer mechanics, they actually added weapons again. I'm just glad they didn't do it like they did, I think it was Deadly Alliance, or I forget which one it was. Armageddon, I know, did it too, where you switch between 2 different fighting styles and the weapon. That was so clunky. I'm glad that at least this time, like, the weapon moves look like they're seamless. You just go for
They got environmental stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they did in Injustice.
Yeah, well, it's the same people who made.
Right.
So, I mean, it makes sense, and it's really smart on their part. So you can see stuff like that going down. And the funny thing is, it also kind of does the X-ray things. Like, when you saw him get bashed in the face with a branch, you actually just, like, saw the skull cracking from the hit.
Yeah.
That was nice. Let's see. We're almost out of all the stuff. We're almost to Nintendo, guys. Even though we said we weren't going to do it that way. My list is kind of...
Yeah, well, you have kind of done it exactly how.
Yeah.
GTA 5 on PlayStation 4 and PC. Hey Nate, are we getting it on
Xbox
PC?
One.
Okay,
Confirmed. I will get it on PC eventually. I'm not going to say day one or anything like that, but I will get it on PC just for the simple fact of mods.
This is true.
Mm.
And maybe heists. They said heist, right? They totally
Fuck
confirmed heist, right?
See, I've learned my lesson from last gen. I don't give a fuck about GTA Online anymore. They don't fuck that up.
But,
Yeah.
but they
I
fixed
really
it.
don't
They
care about
totally
it.
announced that they have heists now at E3, didn't they?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I either.
What are you talking about? You're telling me something they said they'd have out in months. It's been over a year and it's still not out yet?
Hey! It's the biggest, like, most successful fucking game ever, and it's not even done yet. So, hey.
Ratchet and Clank movie. I think that's not really game related, so we can kind of skip that unless you guys
Well,
have something
I
to
think
say.
people, it's pretty nice. It looks like, I mean, like any, it's sort of like any. I think
I'll
that's
take my
going
kid
to
to go
work for the
see it,
kids as well.
Definitely, yeah.
That's gonna work perfect for kids as well. So yeah, I mean,
All
yeah.
right. Batman Arkham Knight gameplay we
Oh.
saw.
Fucking
Oh.
tank, dude.
The Bat Tank. Why would Batman have a fucking tank when he's supposed to be non-lethal?
It's
Well-
yeah, come on. Was you not listening to Oracle? They was unmanned.
Yes, they
you're
were. Yeah,
clear to fire.
which was
Come on,
which was some bullshit that they were coming up with just to justify it. She's like, it's like, oh god, there's some people in there. Oracle's like, no, don't worry. This is totally a reason why we did this plot wise, so you could have a fucking tank.
Drugs and shit, man. Come on, man. Come on.
You know they totally did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
But it did look cool, like how he just went from floating through the air, just dive bombed, and then like just jumps right up in the air. Batmobile's there, shoots out of the Batmobile, just goes all over the place, punches Penguin in the face.
Gliding around the city was a lot faster than it was in Origins and Arkham City. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have like Batman Beyond fucking rockets in his boots or anything, but like he was
He's still booking it.
zipping through there pretty fast.
Well, what I really liked, and because I didn't play Arkham Origins because Arkham City wasn't as good to me, which another blasphemous moment.
Well,
sorry.
a lot of people have said like the favorite is Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
mostly because it's it's on a path, like it's.
Oh, I can have an open world, but the problem is with the open world in that game, it kind of just took away from the rest of it. I don't know how to explain it.
Snipers.
Usually,
That's the
open
reason-
world to me
that's
adds.
the reason why I
but somehow
didn't
it
get the Arkham City. I was like, fuck those snipers. I'm gonna get so pissed off. No way.
But
No.
Arkham Knight looks pretty interesting. It might be something I at least will have to rent, if not buy. If it turns out to be much better. But the city definitely looks a lot more live. Like you're seeing constant car chases with the cops tailing behind them. It really looks like everything's kind of gone to hell, and you're, the last bastion of Gotham City. Because now it's no longer just Arkham, and the whole place is kind of fucked now. It's everywhere. And we still don't know who Arkham Knight is. There's still like a whole bunch of really ridiculous and some not so much theories of who Arkham Knight is, because it said the Arkham Knight character itself is new, but a lot of people were using that as like a
It's
roundabout
Azrael.
reason to say it's somebody else.
Well, a lot of people are tying it to Azrael because in Arkham City, if you played it, no,
I did play
Azrael
it.
actually makes a comment about
The city burning.
returning and the
Yeah.
city burning, and the Batman logo is burning, so it can still be a completely new character as the Arkham Knight, but the actual identity of the Arkham Knight can still be an actual previously canon
No,
character.
and it could be, and that could be their BS way of beating around the bush to not reveal that. But the Arkham Knight is a new character.
right.
A lot of people were saying weird stuff like, "Oh yeah, it's totally Joker." It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Joker's fucking dead, and I swear
Yeah.
to God, if they bring Joker back, I will be pissed.
No, they
I-
won't.
They won't, because
They
that's not
do.
Joker's style.
They have integrity. They were not gonna.
Not to
be
mention,
like,
it's definitely not his style. The way he's flipping around, and he's basically the equivalent. They've already showed Azrael on terms of combat.
But I mean, like, not to go like spoilers of Origin since you didn't play it, but like that's kind of what happened there. Like Black Mask was definitely Black Mask, but eventually it was revealed that Joker was behind everything, as he was in the other two Arkham games.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
I-
kind of
I
always
don't
the
want
puppet
that to
master.
happen again, where
that was made
Exactly.
by Nut Studio.
But what they kind of shown, at least at the end of the trailer, is the person pulling the strings this time around is actually going to be Scarecrow. Unless you saw Scarecrow kind of looking pretty dead, or like Death himself,
He's
Scarecrow
fucked.
somehow Joker.
Like, did he
Yes,
go
Batman
into
does need
that
a tank.
tank that Ra's al Ghul? Like they put, Joker in that. Like
Yeah, like his
the
dead body somehow on
The
a
Lazarus
hill.
Yeah.
One of the theories was his dead body was somehow on a slant, so that way his dead body kind of rolled. It's like, how did it roll from the fucking police car? Did you not remember that they brought him out there?
I mean, spoiler alert, but at the end of Arkham City, it was actually Clayface that rolled into the Lazarus pit. So if anybody,
Well, even then,
gonna
his
be
fat ass
Clayface.
clogged it up.
right? But I don't want Joker. I'm already disappointed that the city's going to be empty. aside from the thugs. I wanted actual citizens to be there. That way,
Oh no, I think
expand
there are
on
citizens.
Origins.
You just never really get to see them.
No, it's evacuated because
Oh, so it's only
like,
just
story
the
of
police
it
force?
is Scarecrow says you have to get out of here now because I'm about to start some shit, and then like a lot of the earlier trailers showed the citizens going across the bridges and stuff and evacuating.
All right,
Like,
so it's just
I
the
wanted-
police forces and Batman then.
Right.
Okay.
So I wanted to
that's
see
good.
wasn't it
Okay.
expand on what Origins did, where there was like crimes in progress, where like you can be the Batman and actually either go stop the Penguin doing some shit or help this chick over here that's getting mugged,
Yeah.
like actual Batman shit.
Damn, we've been at this for almost 3 hours. We might have all just had our own E3 conference. I guess we'll try and speed things up a little bit. Last of Us, PlayStation 4. I mean, Last of Us is Last of Us. It's a great game, but of course they needed to bring it into PlayStation 4 because money.
Okay,
Uncharted 4.
No, I have no
I
problem
will say
with-
this.
What?
When it comes to The Last of Us on PlayStation 4, I was talking about this last night. The trailer they showed for it contained spoilers. You're selling The Last of Us on PlayStation 4, presumably to people who haven't fucking played the game
Yeah.
yet. So why the hell would your trailer contain spoilers?
I didn't even.
That's the stupidest fucking thing.
I didn't actually
Yeah.
watch that trailer because it's Last of Us. I already know it, so I didn't know they actually have done that. So I just kind of screwed up. Uncharted 4. Now, Uncharted is still a series I'm in progress.
It's the last Uncharted game.
Nate already has like such fond memories of Uncharted in general.
It's the last Uncharted game.
Yes, it is going to be the last
without a
Uncharted.
doubt. So,
Graphically, it looks like it's going to be fucking badass because Uncharted on PlayStation 3 was pretty pushed the system to the edge. So
somebody is going to die in it.
Well, yeah, I
Like-
mean, you can even tell by the foreshadowing of the just title itself, A Thief's End, that some shit's going to go down. But it is definitely going to be the last one.
well, even Nathan Drake, like the way they presented him in the trailer, like he's definitely older now.
Yeah.
And just like he's not as resilient as he was in the other games where like he get the shit knocked out of him and just get up and keep going. Now he's more like, oh fuck. And so hopefully they play that into it because that would make it interesting. But
Yeah, because they even said you've been out of the game for years, you're trying to get
Yeah.
back in, and it's got to be something serious if he's going back to that kind of lifestyle to try and do something. Killzone, Shadowfall, Intercept. I don't think this is a full game. I think this is just like a multiplayer little like spin-off thing that they're doing here.
Killzone, fuck that. Move on. That's
Got it.
fine.
I can live with that. Oh, well, I guess on all fairness, just real quick to anybody who is listening, is Killzone multiplayer shows off things. If anything, Blacklight Retribution, but with better graphics. That's kind of what it looks like.
The whole fucking PS4 press conference was fucking audio glitch.
Dead Island 2, the franchise I thought was going to be dead, no pun intended. Somehow they made a second one. They didn't wait for Dying Light to be good or not. They just said, screw it, let's go with Dead Island 2. while
And
we're
Jack
at it.
Black.
Yeah, was it confirmed that was Jack Black's voice? Because it
Yeah.
sounded a hell of a lot like him.
Yeah.
It was.
And it was one of the best trailers, I think, of the that was like they've gone like the Dead Rising route almost. I
Yeah,
feel
they
like.
kind of did, at least with the trailer. It was definitely a lot more out there than the a lot more serious and dramatic first one was. Like, the guy has a little bite that he knows about, and he kind of just tries to hide it, and he's jogging. Everybody's kind of dying behind him, and as he's going, he's not looking so hot. And then he gets to a point where he sees himself change, and he becomes a zombie, and all the people that are getting chewed up before are now zombies. And then you just see the awesome van of awesome just plowing through everything. Man, I will kind of need to wait for Nate on this one because he would definitely have a lot to say. So we'll come back to this. We'll go back into.
I just want to point out it was like now we like have a pause. All the cool indie games that was announced, we're probably not.
Oh, I think I
go-
skipped those. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
can
like-
go over some of those.
Yeah, so the like especially the Xbox one, I remember more than what.
Oh yeah, they have ID at Xbox. They're really trying to push
Yeah.
indie now too, which is good. I mean, that's what they should have been doing from the beginning.
Earthlock is one that I'm actually kickstarted, and because they wanted to get on, like they were almost already done, but they just needed a finishing touch, and it's like an RPG, and it seems really cool. Like you have the wolf you are Red Riding Hood, and you are badass as Red Riding Hood, from what I could tell.
Yeah, she's supposed to be kind of like a badass fighter, and she goes through a lot of different fables, but she also is kind of troubled or something like that. They're kind of going for like the edgy fables.
And the Alice in Wonderland style.
Yeah.
Or the McGee version. And you had Cuphead, which was probably one of the best ones they showed. That was like a Disney style cartoon from like the 1930s or
it's
like
Disney
on
acid.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Cuphead. Like it's you have to go and watch the trailer afterwards. It's out. It's like the old
Nintendo.
style.
No, not Nintendo yet. We're talking about the indie games.
Yeah, it's
because we almost forgot them.
Disney indie games. You're like playing in an old school Disney cartoon.
But it's definitely not a kid's game from what they're showing. I mean, it probably could be. It's like it's still cartoon violence. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like the older cartoons could be like.
Yeah, but it's definitely Disney style.
Yeah, so me and Hanser was like, that is like so fucking cool. And
Speaking of violence, like I'm going to deviate from indie just for a second, but I don't know if you got to watch it, but if you guys got to watch it, the Sony press conference, like they showed off some fucking gory overall. Yeah. Like decapitations and hearts and shit. I was like, what? I just want to throw that in there.
They full out.
Then my people over at Devolver Digital are also releasing a lot of games.
Yeah.
Broforce. You need to play Broforce. We are going to get a 4-person Broforce game going because the commentary is going to be hilarious. We're gonna play
I got $5 extra
now
in my wallet, on my Steam wallet, so there you go.
But that's also coming out for PlayStation 4. They're also going to be bringing over Shadow Warrior to PlayStation 4. Quite a few, actually, just a lot of games in general, including, of course, Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number, which is going to have a level editor and the ability to crouch now.
Yeah.
How would you even know you're crouching?
Your character's somehow a little bit shorter. Oh wait. Loadout.
Straight down.
We've all clocked in a fair amount of hours in Loadout and had fun with that. That's also coming to PlayStation 4. I think it's just safe to assume at this point that if it's some kind of indie game on PC, that it's also going to be on PlayStation 4 at one point or another.
Well, Xbox One's finally getting Warframe as well.
Oh, okay. So they're finally getting around to it about time.
Yeah.
All right, now we can get into Nintendo. Rasmus, did you want to talk about the craziness of how it started off? I'll let you get that real quick.
Yeah, they had a best start to it all with like I think Reggie and
his body was Reggie.
It's like started Robot Chicken style first. It went through the whole thing with Robot Chicken style sketches.
Oh, the stop motion claymation.
Yeah, that's sort of like, and then you had like them, Trig Jägerman. Yes, of course I'm. So and then they just started fighting like a Smash Bros.
Nice
game.
I feel bad that I can't actually read chat. I'm pretty sure we've had people talking.
People should really check that one out.
So Smash Bros. Of course, they showed that off. They showed off a new character.
Yes, it was from the Kid
Icarus game.
Yeah, and it's a female. I don't remember her name. I don't have much.
You did not care that much.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least for the 3DS. I'm not sure about the Wii U.
You can also use Mii's to fight in Smash Bros.
That's going to be funny. Now, as far as the Mii's concerned, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing. Do you basically just choose an existing character and then can use your Mii instead? So, like, you have their moveset?
Well, you have Mii, and then you have certain, like, movesets you can apply to your Mii.
Okay.
So you can sort of choose, like, different styles to do, sort of.
All right. Nate's favorite game, Amiibo.
It's not the game.
Yeah, it's the little...
It's figurines.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's gonna apply to, I think, 5 different games.
But that's what I mean. It's a game in itself.
It's a cross between Amigo and Amoeba.
Yes.
Pokemon Omega. Pokemon, guys. Pokemon.
I mean,
Pokemon!
I think they could have, like, just made...
90 Pokeballs.
Yes, I was saying 90 Pokeballs
Yes.
at a bit sharp. I'm doing it.
Oh, you do that with full health.
I'll make it happen. You know what? I'm going to record it just for you, Rasmus. I'm going to show you.
Thank you.
I'm like, I caught it. Full health. I don't know. They already announced new Megas so far. The only ones they've announced were for Swampert and Sceptile. They're going to get Mega Evolutions, which look okay. Sceptile is now going to be Grass Dragon instead of just Grass type. Swampert's going to stay the same. And they've added a new actual evolutions, not Mega Evolutions, for Kyogre and Groudon.
Wait, they're gonna have like not
actual
Mega,
evolutions, not Megas.
That's going to make them so much OP.
Yeah, for legendaries to have. But what it's called is they're called like de-evolutions.
What?
So because they go more, they're supposed to be like a primal evolution. So what it is it's considered an evolution still, but they're considered to be going more primal. So it's not evolution. It's some weird shit like that. Like Groudon's going to be ground fire instead of strictly just being ground. But they haven't said anything as far as Kyogre, whether or not it's going to be water or anything else. I think it's strictly still just going to be water.
I don't fucking know what it could be if it would turn into anything else, even if it's primal.
The characters they've shown are just the same characters from the original Ruby and Sapphire. It looks like they kind of ditched the whole create your character. It might still be there. Who knows? It might be to where it's still just that avatar and you can change things up just a little bit. That's one feature I like and I don't want to see go away.
Yeah. We don't. I mean, it's a remake of a Pokemon game. I don't think we can say much more of it.
No, I mean, if you play the game, you know it for the most part. They did, however, say it's going to be a fresh take on the game. The map is, from what they've shown, already going to be larger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit
larger. Like the gameplay, like a lot of the stuff they're implementing from X and Y as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the smart way to go because X and Y was a good start for what the direction they're trying to take things, and hopefully they can just expand on it further, as we discussed also in a live stream about Pokemon. Zelda Wii U. Let me hear it, Rasmus.
It looked fucking beautiful, what it is, and it's going to be like full open world, and you can do like you can choose your like how you want to do like it all by yourself. You don't have to do a set course of the game, so you can take any like dungeon, tower, whatever in your like. You can choose whatever you like to do first.
And it's not so much RPG, so you don't have to worry about something being over-leveled or overpowered for you going there.
So you can like choose wherever you like to go by yourself. So yes, and it looked really beautiful. It wasn't in-game footage, but you just saw like you saw a Link on a horse, and then he started riding, and he got chased by a fucking huge monster that shoots laser at you or something like that, and
it shoot the whoop.
Yeah, and
I'm firing my laser. Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, like I know my dad have played every single Zelda game, so I know he's probably gonna buy a Wii U just for that one.
I'm gonna prepare the gun. Hold on. Meh. Just fired. Like,
well, for once, I'm actually like interested because it feels like they have like they were talking about the first Zelda game, and like we want it to be like there you could go anywhere, you could do it like anything like that. We want to have something like that sort of, and but you can actually also choose whatever direction you like to go yourself, and you can enter any place and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no,
So,
I think that's a direction they've kind of should have taken it before. I mean,
yes,
you definitely need to
because
make it feel new.
comparing that to Skyward Sword, that was just you get back to the same reuse same places over and over again.
I'm
And
sure. I mean, the old saying is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But at the same time, sometimes you kind of want to just do something fresh, something a little bit different to keep things going.
So I'm actually kind of interested in that one.
I didn't want to discuss this without you, Nate. We're gonna deviate from Nintendo real quick and talk about Alien Isolation. I don't want to talk about that without you.
If you like the game is definitely for anybody who was a fan of the original Ridley Scott movie. It's like survival horror. It's when I think about playing an Alien game, and based off of the first Alien, Ridley Scott's original vision of it, like everything they've shown so far, all the gameplay, all the details, like they're hitting it. Like they're doing exactly, at least for me, exactly what I want from the game, and I'm really hyped for it.
Spoiler alert, you already know she's not going to die because the main character is Ripley's daughter. So we watched the movies.
Right.
You already know she dies of old age, so it's not going to be... It's not going to be that. It's not going to be like what a lot of horror, survival horror games have done in this type of genre. It's where it's always like a twist ending and something bad happens to the character. Yeah. You know, it's not as be, but there is still definitely a sense of urgency to everything you're doing. I mean, you got not even just a normal alien that's after you. For some reason, it's a gigantic one of devastation that's hunting you down. So you definitely need to play your cards right, otherwise you're just done.
Yeah, that can be almost like just have one thing following you for the whole thing, like
the way they explained it was like when you start the game off and you're playing it, like you don't run into the alien like right away, like it's going to unfold almost exactly like how the movie did. Like they're doing their own thing, like she's trying to fix this ship that they're on and figure out what happened, and then all of a sudden, like, it just starts unfolding slowly that there's this alien creature there, and that's why everybody's gone or they're dead, and it's just... And then when you actually get into where you're not necessarily interacting with the alien, but the alien's actually having a presence, like, you have to hide behind things, and you have to wait for the perfect moment to, like, move on to the next area, or the alien's going to see you, and it's almost like instant death if the alien catches you, or if you're not able to escape quickly enough, which I like that. Like that to me, that kind of challenge seems like good for a survival horror game like that.
And it's funny because they show you in one of the dev diaries how they have many different takes of them scooping out like a grapefruit to make it sound like the whole you getting debrained by the tongue mouth of the alien. They did many different takes just to get that perfect sound of your death down to a science. So I'm excited for it. It's one I really want to play. I am still yet to finish Outlast, partially to the fact that I watched Nate play it on one of his live streams, laughing at him just freaking out like a baby sometimes.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, I really enjoyed Outlast, and it definitely has like that Outlast vibe.
Exactly. That's why I'm definitely want to jump onto that. Holy crap! Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Jump on that! Holy crap! Jesus Christ!
The Kirby one looked like just any other Kirby game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of colors. That was the thing. I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of colors.
Does he puke a rainbow at any point in time?
Yeah, you just kind of have like you draw some kind of like thing you walk on through the whole fucking thing. I don't fucking like.
And
I don't know. It's a Kirby game.
and don't get us wrong, if we seem like we're rushing at this point, it's not because we don't care about Nintendo.
And yeah, well, if we had something like it's a Kirby game, I mean that like
Exactly. I mean, a lot of the stuff we're talking about is established franchises that aren't doing things too different. And we all are, at least I'm assuming all three of us are Nintendo fans, but at the same time, they're not doing too much that's different. A lot of the stuff, they're just playing safe. They're just bringing back stuff.
I guess for me, because especially going further, like I skimmed through and I seen what Nintendo announced, but I didn't really like jump into a lot of details aside from like the new Zelda. Like I've gotten to the point now where I'm pretty content with the fact that the Wii U is just not going to be a console for me.
No,
it's not like, even when I said meh about Zelda, I'm not saying it looks bad. It's
not going to get you to buy a Wii U.
Right. Yeah. I'm not overly hyped or excited or anything enough to like really just be like,
I mean,
yeah. Nintendo.
Throughout all this, we've all pointed out
like,
games.
I'm like, what they're doing looks pretty neat, but not enough for me to, throw them the money. So I'm just, like I said, I'm content with just knowing that.
I mean, I'm just waiting.
Me and Nintendo's just kind of like, we'll lay low for a while.
I'm just waiting for them to be like, oh my god, we need to invest in doing with Square like an old school like Chrono Trigger style game or something like that. That would be like, damn, now we're getting into Nintendo again. But I mean, they haven't really done anything that like, oh, this is something completely new that like it's just deviation, like the Captain Toad one.
Yeah.
They basically took like the side stuff you could open up that was like
in Super Mario Brothers, and they turned it into a Toad-centric adventure.
Yeah, you're like you can flip around the like map to see it from different angles and that sort of stuff. That kind of style, what was Captain Toad was like, and
Bayonetta 2 comes with Bayonetta 1 Wii U, so that's really going to sell mostly to people who are fans of that game. To anybody,
I think it's great that Nintendo helped them get another game.
Yeah,
for
because
Bayonetta.
It didn't do, unfortunately. I mean, it looked like it was a good game. As far as player reviews, it did fairly well, but critical acclaim and overall sales, it didn't do very well. So Nintendo did kind of help them out, and I guess they're kind of kindred spirits if you think about it. As much as I hate to bash Nintendo, because I do still love them, they still have a stranglehold on the handheld market at least. So they kind of give that combo pack to try and get you to buy that. Hyrule Warriors is, being a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors, so it's literally the same thing. It's Dynasty Warriors with Zelda skin. You have Zelda as a playable character, from what they've said. A Link, of course, a Midna, and a few other different characters as well. And it's really not much more to describe. If you played Dynasty Warriors, you played, at least to some extent, Hyrule Warriors. They've implemented a few different other features as far as like cluster bombing and just other things like that. But it is still essentially what it is. So if that's the kind of game you're interested in, like I am, I'll probably find a friend who has it on Wii U and just go to their house and play it.
Meh.
So we're gonna keep cutting to you so we can get the mess.
Yeah. I just I'm waiting for my dad when the new open world Zelda, so he can buy it and I can just go over there and play games, because I'm not buying you.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes, it looked like you had like space, like mechs, flying mechs, suits you're in and fighting in those. So yeah, that it looked pretty badass.
It's definitely something people have been asking for.
I actually played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. And I gotta say, like, as critically acclaimed as that game was, I didn't really see what the appeal. Like, don't get me wrong.
It's a niche market.
It was like a good game, but I wasn't like blown away. Like, holy shit, this is the epitome of JRPG.
For once, I think actually Phil was a little bit correct. That like I watched when he played it a bit, and the dungeons took like 5 hours. It felt like, and I mean, the pacing I felt was a little bit off when I saw the game. So
Hey guys, Mario Maker.
yes, you can finally, if any, like the thing I thought about directly was the Kaiju Mario game, and we like that they're like the ultimate hardest game you can ever make. So now people can easily make that, and also be dicks and stop from finishing the game apparently.
Yeah. Actually, just got some breaking E3 news. Star Citizen is actually going to be shown tomorrow, so I think tomorrow's going to be the final day for E3 as far as showing stuff off, but that's going to be a part of it. Yoshi's Woolly World, from the looks of it, looks like they're just doing the Kirby's Yarn type deal, and just now Yoshi. With a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you can also play too, just like Kirby's Epic Yarn as well. So, I mean, it looked really like cute, fun, and just a happy game. Is what I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Again, it looked like a really solid game. Nothing I'm gonna run out and buy a Wii U for.
I mean, yeah, these are all good games. We're not trying to say otherwise for any of this. Please don't get us wrong. Non-Nintendo Doom teaser.
That was so fucking dumb. Like, here's the thing. Like, we wanted a Doom announcement, but we're gonna announce it later. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, I hate that shit.
Splatoon.
Yes. The innuendos are just
Innuendos abound and everywhere.
Make game.
yeah.
Tentacles, baby.
Yeah, it's funny how they didn't even like when they were talking about it, oh man.
And
We had this idea about what if you could be a squid and then turn back into a human. Who fucking thinks this shit? Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fun game, but it was like, what the fuck was they smoking when they came up?
What did you say on Twitter when you first saw this?
Oh, it was like squirting your juice everywhere and tentacles.
Yeah.
Is this porn or a game?
And then I guess we'll wrap it up with Shadow of Mordor trailer.
That game looks good. I don't get the Assassin's Creed tie-in that a lot of people are making. To me, the game looks freaking great. The fact that they are pulling back on the what the hell is it called? Oh my god, I forget the name of it. But anyways, where you get to like basically take over. What the hell is it called? Do you know?
It was kind of like you're talking about where you went
The system where you take over like the enemies and
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember the name
Whatever
of
the
it
hell
either,
it's
but I know
called.
what you're talking about. I'm sure
yeah,
people would as well.
They're back on that on the last gen systems because apparently the hardware can't handle it. So to me, that's like, why put it on last gen then? I mean, I understand money, but if it's not going to be
Focus
like,
on the now.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can't put all the features in there, just don't fucking make it.
The Nemesis system is something.
There you go. That's what it is. That's the Nemesis system. That's what they're cutting back on.
Well, no, that's sad that they're cutting back on the Nemesis system because that wasn't so much you controlling the enemy because that may be something else we're thinking about. Because the way the Nemesis system works is based on who you kill or how you kill or stuff like that, you kind of build a reputation. So you'll be hated or known in certain ways by certain groups or even just different creatures.
Well, I mean, but that, like, when you take over, like, basically when you imprint yourself...
Oh, no, okay, yeah, no, I know what you mean.
On them, like, you influence them to do certain things when they go back to their camp and stuff. That's all part of the Nemesis system.
Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Oh, but they just cut back on that aspect of the Nemesis system.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It seems silly to me, but, I mean, the game overall, though, looks really good. I like what they're doing with it, and it's... Again, another spin-off of an established series with, you know, Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and whatnot, but
yeah.
I like the fact that basically you're playing as a wraith. Like that.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
You're somehow a living wraith.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to make sense, but we'll roll with it. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
And that'll just about do it.
I have used 2 games that was announced on the on 3DS. There was Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, that should be good. I definitely love the Phoenix Wright series.
And also they had Level 5 Studios, Fantasy Life.
Oh yeah, there was Fantasy Life. I don't know why I missed out on that. I know that was definitely something you were keen on. Go ahead and let's know.
Yeah,
about it.
it's gonna be a normal RPG with also some sort of life simulation stuff. Unfortunately, they only announced it for North America, so Europe we haven't got one yet. So maybe we'll get one announcement during Gamescom or something like that. But
I know with regions, some games and certain systems are region locked. But if I were to purchase it and send it off to you,
3DS is region locked. My sister proved that when she bought an.
So I couldn't get it and send it to you then.
Exactly.
Damn.
You
Right.
had to send me an 3DS as well.
Yeah, I ain't that rich. I'd hook you up one way, but not both. That ain't happening. All right, so I guess that actually does it at this point. That's everything for day 1 and day 2. Apparently, I mean, it's always been actually 3 days.
Square Enix also, they have showing off Noskov. During and also Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix that was announced.
Poor Nate.
Hey, again, Kane bringing the pain. That's where I got Kane from. Was the whole Legacy of the Kane series. Yeah, a free-to-play arena.
It's Team Fortress.
Shooter,
it's Team Fortress 2. But
it's just like Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
it's like every other game. Let's just go ahead and call it.
No, oh man, like a good series like that has a lot of lore behind it, and that's
the direction they took it.
That's what they do. Like, come the fuck on, man.
Yeah, I don't know why I said apparently, because E3 generally lasts 3 or more days, so we still have tomorrow.
There's 2 conference days, and then
it's 2 more days.
It's whatever's left over.
Did the actual convention start today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Day 1 was today, and day 0 is what they usually call it.
No, screw what they say. Yesterday was day 1. I don't care what anybody else says. the moment they start showing off shit, it is day 1.
Yeah. Well,
I'm labeling this as day 1 and day 2 roundup. But they are going to be showing off more. I can't make any promises as far as me being involved in it, but you may see a stream with Rasmus and Nate, possibly. It's up to them. Involving the roundup of the information for tomorrow, which of course it'll more likely be on either of their channels, and I'll make sure to link it as well.
Yeah, depending of the enough new stuff announced tomorrow.
Yeah, otherwise we'll just spam you all on Twitter if you follow us on Twitter.
Yes.
So as just a closing statements, top 3, that's 3, not 6, of E3, like your top 3 picks in order. From 1 to 3.
I'm just gonna check my Twitter because I posted it earlier, I think.
Yeah. I will say Dragon Age Inquisition. Screw you, Nate. Dragon Age Inquisition, No Man's Sky, and Sunset Overdrive, which is unfortunate because I don't even have an Xbox One, and I don't want to buy an Xbox One just for Sunset Overdrive.
I do want to throw this out here real quick. Again, I know we didn't want to talk about the individual press conferences, just the games, but Microsoft has turned their shit around phenomenally. And
they just don't have enough games
Phil
still
Spencer
for me to want it.
And, well, I mean, they're getting there, though. I mean, that's the thing.
I don't think any company did enough games. If we're going to be honest.
Exactly. Like, even Sony's not really in a position, for me anyways, to...
Well, I'm still getting PC port games for free, so I guess that's enough to tide me over right now.
but like I was saying, like, Microsoft, I mean, honestly, right now, I can honestly say a couple more games down the road, I could definitely see myself getting an Xbox One now.
Yeah, me too, but I mean, like, I guess that's... well, the problem is, I want to play Sunset Overdrive Day 1. That's how badly I want to play it. But that's not something I'm just going to buy an Xbox One for.
Yeah.
I can't do it for just that game. But all right, so
3 games. Who's going first?
I will go then. From everything like I watched, there was really not much that really got me. Just because I'm gonna have No Man's Sky, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Cuphead.
all right, so that is in order from like top to, or is it too hard for you to put them in order?
I would probably say No Man's Sky is probably one, and then possibly.
Okay.
I mean, like Cuphead is tied with PGA Tour because I mean we all know
If there's gators, it's gold. We'll say that.
battleships while playing game, like wrecking the course while playing it. That's just.
And that leaves you, Wise Naderino.
All right. Number 1, just still blew me away. I'm ready to play it right now. No Man's Sky. Number 2 would be Witcher 3. Number 3, Call of Duty.
Oh, I knew it. I fucking called it.
Tell me, dude.
Fucking called it.
It looks good. I'm sorry.
Well, if you're buying it, then I at least have to rent it.
I don't give a fuck about the multiplayer. Like, honestly, if they really go ham on the campaign and make it like a 10-hour campaign, unlike in the past where it's like obnoxiously short, I can honestly see myself fucking getting it and then giving the multiplayer a try. But Call of Duty, it showed me what I would like to see.
You've seen the
improvement.
You've seen the error of your ways. All right, so appreciate everybody who's joined us live on stream. I'm sorry I didn't interact anybody with chat, but kind of the way we have this set up doesn't allow me to do so. So you got all your free shots in without me defending myself, or you shared your love and I wasn't able to reciprocate. So I'm sorry. But everybody watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in as well. Thanks, Rasmus, as well as Nate. It's kind of like how we do this. We are the three
amigos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but like, no, it's too cheesy. But sure, the 3 amigos.
We are the 3 wise men. Is what we are.
It's the Nate Wise, Wise man.
We just need to find Jesus first.
Gotta
find Space Jesus.
The games are the Jesus. We need to find that game.
Before we even find Space Jesus, we need to come to terms with Space Pussy.
Yes.
And that's where it's getting cut off. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.